Types of novels: epistolary novel, Picaresque novel, experimental novel, novel of manner, sentimental novel, Gothic novel, historical novel, social realism, psychological, or we can say stream of consciousness to this type. First is epistolary novel in which narrative is told whatever in his mind, that thoughts are expressed by letters. It is written in the form of letters. One by one or more characters are there. Allow author to present feelings and reactions of characters. It also allows multiple points of view. Psychological realism. The best example of this type is Samuel Richardson's Pamela and Clarissa. Picaresque novel is the second type of this novel. Derives this word picaro means rogue. Rogue means rascal, scoundrel, such type of meaning. Dishonest, such type of meanings we can find. A usually autobiographical chronicle of rascals' travel and adventures, as she or he make his or her way through the world more by wits than industry. This is in an episodic, loose structure. It is typically adopt realistic style with elements of comedy and satire. Satire is something a prominent element of this type of novel. Picaresque novels are in episodic in nature. There is a little or no plot. The story is told in a series of loosely connected adventure or episodes. The main character is often low character or low social class. Picaresque novel is narrative, is usually written in first person as an autobiographical account. The term is also sometimes used to describe work like Cervantes' Don Quixote, Charles Dickens' Pickwick Papers, Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe, and Malfranders also. This style is originated in Spain in 1554 and flourished throughout Europe. Next is experimental novel. Tristram Shandy, Lawrence Sterne's novel in 9 volumes is the best example of this novel. It is in a greatest comic novel. One of the greatest comic novel in English. Rambling plot, experimental novel is one that breaks the conventions of its time. What is experimental at one juncture may be considered mainstream at another. In today's literature, many experimental novels are classed as metafiction, a category of narrative that has defined tradition by breaking illusion of fictions. Digression as important as main plot. Characters in the story, this type of novel, may be aware that they are fictional. Author may break into the storyline with speculations about how the story should continue. A foreign runners for many modern narratives and sub points or sub stream of consciousness, self reflection, modernist and postmodernist writing. Next is sentimental novel, a highlighted emotion response to events, self indulgence, and elevated feelings, conventional situation, stock characters, and rhetoric devices. Oliver Goldsmith's The Vicar of the Wakefield is the best example of sentimental novel. Emotion is thought a superior to reason, extremely moral and didactic. Novel of manners is subgenre of realistic novel which deal with the aspects of behavior, language, customs and values, characteristics of a particular class of people in a specific historical context. A novel that examines the custom and mores of a cultural group. Novel of manner. Next is Gothic novel. Gothic novel is magic, mystery, horror. Exotic setting, medieval, oriental, etc. Horace Walpole's Castle of Otranto is the best example of Gothic novel. Fantastic romance blend with two kinds of romance, ancient and the modern. These are the mysterious mystery and horror which we find in Gothic novel. That type of novels are called Gothic novels.